Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. So today I just want to make a video here talking about these three trim tools that you see in front of you. If you're anything like me, you've seen these things go viral, on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, stuff like that. Especially the Snap-on one, and this one's been sold out for quite a while, at least on my guy's Snap-on truck. But I was finally able to kind of track one down. And I bought these guys, a while back and been playing around with them. But really, the whole point of this video just kind of just show a comparison, size-wise, how they function, and for anybody out there that's trying to basically decide between the three, which one might work better for them. Also take a few measurements here of kind of the thickness of the edges and things like that, and you can kind of already see there are some differences in the geometry of the tips on there as well. So let's kind of get into it, and then we'll get into kind of pricing, where they're made, etc. So let's take a look at the Snap-on one first, because that's the one that most people talk about. So this one's really cool, and a lot of people kind of describe this almost as having a nice little fidget in their pocket, because it's almost like a little switchblade, just up and out and in, just like that. Very easy, very satisfying. It's very forceful when it goes retracts, and very forceful when it comes right back out. So it's not bad. Hopefully this thing it'll last forever. I believe this thing has a lifetime warranty. I apologize, I lost the box for this guy, but it seems like a very cool tool. It is pretty expensive for what it is. It's about $100 for regular retail price. If you're trying to track one down, especially a specific color, on eBay, stuff like that, I've seen these things sell for 150, $200. I wouldn't overpay for this, if you can avoid it. But even at $100, I find that it's probably a little overpriced kind of for what it does, because a normal trim tool I think will be able to do what this one does. But I guess it is nice to have this thing clipped in your pocket or on your belt, while you're in the workshop, and that's kind of the whole point of something like this. So this one right here is going to be the one that's kind of different from the other two, or really different from the other two, because of that mechanism right there that kind of just goes in and out just like that from the switch. That's the model number if you guys are curious, the PBFT50G. G stands for green, so if you substitute that with the color code, that would be the color that would be the code that you're looking for. So not a bad little guy, but at $100, I feel like it's a bit overpriced, but a cool little gadget if you guys are into that kind of thing. If you guys have watched my channel before, anything green usually catches my eye, and I end up buying it, which is a very bad habit. The other two that I have here, this is actually the first one I got, was the Mac Tools. I happened to be on his truck. I wasn't even thinking about buying this thing. He had it. It was like an open box, quote unquote, so he gave me a pretty good deal on it. But this thing I think retails for about $50 or so. This one I do have the box for right over here. So there is the model number, the PCLGR. And this is just basically a folding clip. What is it? Folding clip lifter right there. And the main real difference is this one works almost like a regular pocket knife, where it has just a mechanism right there where it just kind of just folds in and is like that. But it does flip out pretty nicely just like that. So that's really the kind of the biggest difference between these two and the Snap-on, is the way that this folds versus this one. I think they call it the OTF, out the front. Again, more of kind of a switchblade style. This one has a slightly different geometry. It's kind of just all smooth, on the inside, or all rounded, I should say, versus both the Snap-on and the Matco are a little bit different. This one, again, I do have the packaging, and this one is going to be made in China, for those of you that care where things are made. And having said that, if I didn't mention it already, this one is made in Vietnam. So unfortunately, none of these are going to be made in the US, even though they're pretty pricey kind of for what they are. So again, we got about $50 to $100. And next we got the Matco tools. I picked this guy up. What's funny is when I first got this guy, before I compared these side by side, and I saw kind of how the mechanism worked and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, wow, are these made in the same factory? But when I got them side by side, you can tell, they are likely not made in the same factory. Although this one is also made in China, just like the Mac version. And then there is the model number right over there. Compact folding pocket clip lifter right over here. So again, interesting tools. I always have use for something like this, whether I'm using it the correct way for trim and stuff like that, or if I'm using it as a mini pry bar. you know, these things are always kind of handy just to have around you. I know Snap-on at least is working on a version of this where this looks like a pry bar. It actually looks more like the, if you hold on 1 second, I think I have it here. There it is, where it's going to look kind of more almost like this Bluepoint aviation tool. If you guys are familiar with this guy, it's a great little prying tool where it has it more kind of like a smooth, where there's no cutout or anything like that. So I think that one's actually going to be a little bit more useful to me than this guy. But again, great little thing to have. So really what I wanted to show you guys was going to be the size comparison to see which one might work better for you. Just so you guys know, the squares that are on this grid right over here, actually let me separate these out just to make it a little bit easier to look at, is going to be 1 inch for each square, just so you guys, oh, there we go. Okay, hopefully you guys can tell what's going on. So they're all pretty much lined up here with the back white square. So that's really the difference. The sizing on both the Mac and Matco are going to be very, very similar. Much smaller, might fit in your pocket a little bit better, or on your belt, not get quite in your way. The Snap-on is going to be a bit bigger, probably because of the type of mechanism that is inside of it right there. And again, the geometry on the tip of it is going to be a little bit different, where both the Snap-on and the Matco look very, very similar, where the Mac is going to be a little bit separated from the bunch right over there. They both feel very, very high quality. I mean, all three of them feel very high quality, almost no play whatsoever, you know, in any of them, which is very, very nice. But, you know, for a lot of you guys, one of the big differences that at least matters to me is going to be the thickness right over here, because that's going to show you whether you can actually get under something or not, or do some damage to it. So let's take some measurements. So this one right over here is basically going to start at the very tip, and we're talking right there about 0.5 millimeters, half of millimeter, and then it's going to go up to at the very kind of end right here to right around just over 2 millimeters right there. So that's going to be the Mac. Matco, I believe, is going to be a little bit thicker, if I remember correctly. So 0.6 at the very, very tip right there. And then if you go kind of to the back part of it right over here, is going to be about 2.5. So this thing is definitely going to be a bit thicker than the Mac. And then last up, we got the Snap-on. So let's go here. Sorry, hard to do this on camera. So this one at the very tip, again, it's about 0.6, so similar to the Matco. It's actually a little bit more rounded right over here on the tips than the Matco is. Going to be a little bit sharper right there. It's not super sharp. It's not going to dig into anything, but it definitely is a little bit rounder, a little bit smoother right there. 0.6, and then let's take a look at the thickest part right here. And this one is going to be just a hair thicker at 2.6. So if what's important to you is getting as thin as possible to kind of get under things, the Mac is going to basically win this one. But the other two are not going to be that far off. Again, these two are going to be a bit smaller. The Mac is going to be the smallest overall. Let's kind of close all these up and show you guys what they look like closed. And again, that Snap-on, very satisfying kind of click right there. So let's kind of see if we can line these things up one more time so you guys can really take a look to see what might work best for you. Sorry, Snap-on's not staying. So the Snap-on is going to be the longest of the bunch. It's going to be the thickest of the bunch in basically almost every angle. This one that's probably going to be the most compact is going to be the Mac overall, if you guys can kind of see that. So, you know, for what it's worth, that's kind of what I wanted to do this video for, because, you know, I really wanted to see these things side by side, because sometimes you can look at the dimensions and all that kind of stuff, but until you see it side by side, you're like, okay, I can see that 1 millimeter makes a difference here or there. So tell me, you know, what do you guys think? Have you guys tried these guys out, or are you going to just go out and just buy the Snap-on and forget about the other two like a lot of people do? So tell me what you guys think. You know, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.